Hello students. Today's session I'll be discussing about some of the topics from your CSS chapter, which is like font. Okay, so font is one of the topic from your CSS chapter which is used for implementing different styles for font, which includes some of the topics like how to change the font size, font color, and all the other informations. Like you can see, first type of font property we have is called as font family. Font family will be representing what is the font name that you want to use for your font on the web page, what type of property you want for the font on your web page. For that we can be using this particular uh, property called as font family. How to use it? You can see here we have font family, the font name, or you can use any three of these fonts. And again, coming for if you want to mention any one property, then I can use the font name here. Okay, so you can see whenever I'm using three things, it tells the browser that to use Arial, if it does not support, you can go for one more type of font size. Similarly, if both doesn't support, you can go for other type. So when you mention three different types of font types or font names, it is going to select any one from first to the last. Next, how to change the font size. Font size, it is nothing but whenever you want to increase or decrease any font size, we can be using something like PTS. PTS stands for points, or what type of font size you are going to use. Just like how you're going to use in MS Word or MS Excel, the same way we can use here. Okay, so the font size values are defined using many things like X, which is we have X, PX, pixel, and points. Different types of values you have. We can use any one of those values for representing the font size. Okay, next coming for font variant. Font variant will be like whether it is small letters, capital letters, and that is uppercase, lowercase, or normal text, what type of text you want to display. Those things can be designed by using this property called as font variant. Coming for font style will be like bold, italic. If you want to use bold text, if you want to use italic text, in that case I can use uh, say font style. Font weight, it is also one of the property which is used to specify the degree of boldness. Degree of boldness is how bold it should look, whether it should be the thickness of that particular character or the word what you're going to use, how much what it should be. That size is specified by font weight. Okay, which is like normal, bold, bolder, lighter, or something like that. Okay, now coming for how to use all the different things in a or different properties in a single property. We have seen font weight, font size, font family, and other things. If you want to use all the things in a one single property, you can use the property called as font, where you can represent bold, what is the size, and what type of font you are using. Everything will be mentioned in a single thing. Now, if you can observe here, we are using style tag, which is used for providing the CSS, where I have used p.1. I'll just clear that. So you can just clear that p.1. It's not getting clear. Okay, so you can see something like this. We have h1 tag dot 2, where h1 is the tag name and 2 will be representing the class name that you're using. Okay, so paragraph tag, I'll be using these details like font family, these particular lucid font type and font name. Font weight is bold, and font size will be 75, and color I'm going to mention it as purple. Similarly for h1 tag, I'm going to use this font family and color as violet and font style as italic. So whenever I'm using paragraph with the class 1, it is going to apply this first property, this property what we have selected now. This property will be applied when I use font and class name as 1 and paragraph tag. When I use h1 tag, whatever property I have applied here for the h1 tag, that particular property will be applied. Okay, so according to that you can see the output here. So all these informations are written in which tag, which is written in opening and closing of style tag. So first we are going to write the style in the style tag, and it will be followed by the body where it will contain content and then as well as the tags. Next, coming for next type of property or stylings, what you have is called as text decoration. Text decoration is whenever you want to do some additional designs for the text, we'll be using text decorations like line through. Line through is just like something like this, underlining. So overline, that is above the particular word you have a line, or underline or something like that. If you want to use those type of styles, we'll be using this property called as text decoration, which can use line, overline as underline. Okay, you can see this is overline, sorry, this is the first property, which is line through. This is overline and this is underline. Next, we have seen a tag called as list tag, li tag. OL and li, we have discussed that, which is used to display a list. For example, if you can see here, we have used OL, that is unordered list, which contains so these names like the name, and these names are like the names that we used in the list. Now here for this list, if you want to apply some styles, we'll be using this property called as list property. So the property name is list style type. Okay, where you'll be mentioning the type or the style of list. For example, first we have mentioned disk. So you can see we'll have a disk here, that is a round shaped you can see a round shaped disk here, and second one you can see a square here, and third one you can see something like a circle. So that is what we have done here in the styling. First we have mentioned disk, second we have mentioned square, and third we have mentioned circle according to the class that we are using. First we are using a class called as 1, 2 and 3. First will be following which style? So when I use class name as 1, it will be following disk. When I use class name as 2, it will be following square. When I use class name as 3, it will be following circle. The same design what we have applied in the styles will be applied to all these properties. So how we have done that? By using the tag name. Tag name is li tag and the class name is 1, 2 as well as 3. So that is how we can apply styles for the that is a list element. Now same thing, if you want to add an image for the list element, in that case we'll be using this property called as URL. Okay, you can see list style is given as an image. Instead of giving some circle, disk or anything, so you can see we have added an image here. Okay, or some icon or image if you want to add, that image location has to be specified in the URL. Similarly we have done for ordered list also. So there is an example program there for how to write styles for different types of list, ordered list, unordered list or other types. You can see we have used upper Roman, upper alphabet, decimal, those things. You can see which is, this is Roman numbers 1 and 2, and we have alphabets which is capital letters, and decimal numbers 1 2 3 4. Next, coming for color. So when you want to apply color to the font, what are the different types of colors you can apply? As we have already discussed, color can be specified by using name, like red, green, blue, or something like that. If you mention the name also, it is going to apply the color. So in case if you want more collection of colors, okay, in that case we are going to use HTML document. The HTML document will have more range of colors that you can apply onto the text or the content. So to use that, we'll be using some hexadecimal numbers. Okay, we'll be using some hexadecimal numbers. So as you know, hexadecimal will start from 0, it will end at F, okay, which will have total of 16 characters. Okay, so between these characters you can use any number of uh, any combination. You can use any combination which can be of 6 digits. Okay, usually it will be of 6 digits. You can see here we have something like 8000 and 80, which will be combination for which color? Purple color. For red color we'll be having a combination like double F, 00 and 00. So this will be combination for which color? Red color. So that is, you can mention different types of colors by using those values between 0 to 9 as well as A to F. Based on the combination, the type of color that you're going to use will change. You can see they have mentioned some numbers here like 99, 00 and double F, which will represent some color, say paragraph, and class name was 2. You can see the class name was 2. So for the second class we have mentioned something like this. So this color is represented by this number called as 9900 double F. Similarly, you can see background color for paragraph and class name is 3. So class name 3, they have given some background color, and that background color is represented by 99 double F and 00. Okay, you can give any combination of colors there. And coming for text alignment is used to align the text in the uh, proper format. Okay, so you can left justify, right justify. You can specify text indent, so before space or before given paragraph how much space has to be there, after the paragraph how much space has to be there, everything will be specified by text indent, and it will be ended by a word called as in. And text align, you can use justify, you can use right, you can use left, all those things can be used, or center can be used to align the text. You can see we have done something like this is an example of that. So next we have one of the important topic called as box model, so which is one of the important topic from this chapter. From this chapter the important topics are like, what are the ways of writing CSS. We have discussed one which is inline, second one which is within the document, and third is which is external, that question. And second question will be, or second important topic will be like what are the selector forms that you have, what are the different types of selector forms you are going to have, and how to use those selector forms. And other third important topic is like your box model. So in this box model, it is going to display whenever you consider any web page or any content or any tag, it will have something like this, which is called as the content. The data that you have will have inner edge, and it will have a border. So the space between border and the content will be considering it as padding. Okay, and after border and to the next tag, whatever you have, which is nothing but your margin. Okay, so on the web page or a document, all the elements can have borders. Okay, whatever element it is, it can be a paragraph, it can be an image, it can be any kind of tag that you're using can have a border. When you're specifying styles for the border, we'll be using this box model. So that is the amount of space between content and the element is known as padding, and the amount of space between border and the adjacent element, that is next element, is considered as margin, as I have told you. Now here we can specify different types of styles. That is, for borders you can specify border style. So border top, I mean, what should be the style at the top, what should be style at the bottom left side, what should be the style, all those things can be specified. And width can be specified, and color can be specified. All those things can be specified. You can see they have given some example here. Border width is thick, and top you should have red color, and left side orange color, bottom you should have violet color. You can see when I execute the program, you'll have something like this. On the top you'll have red, violet color, and green color, and you have some orange color to the border of that particular image. You can see we have added an image and we have added a table. For the table I'm adding border, so that border will be using these styles. Okay, and right side we have given the color as the green, and top side style they have mentioned as dashed. That is not complete border, it is a dashed border. At the bottom, double line, double point, I mean a border with double line, and with as dotted lines. So again, we should also explain what is margins and padding. So we have few more topics to be completed. So since it is taking a long time, I will continue the rest of the topics like box model. I'll continue in the next session, in the next video. Thank you.